As we told you yesterday, the roller coaster definitely underway when it comes to temperatures. So we are way up compared to yesterday, but we're going to cool right back down tomorrow before we're going back up again towards the end of the week, all thanks to a series of alternating fronts providing that warmer and cooler air. Definitely got the warm front today as temperatures leapt up into the middle to low 60s. However, cold front's coming through now, so some spots are down into the mid-50s, and as that cooler air works its way eastward, it'll catch up with the rest of the state line. So look for somewhat of a steep drop-off later on this evening. It's not much of a temperature difference now compared to 24 hours ago. If you're behind the cold front, ahead of the cold front, we were a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. So remarkable leap in temperature, but that's all coming crashing down thanks to that cold front coming on through. The windy conditions kicking up along with that front. We have colder winds coming in out of the west to northwest, and that's kicking up wind gusts up to about 30 miles per hour. They are going to stay here through tonight and tomorrow, so look for windy weather from here on out until we get to later this week. Here's the situation on satellite and radar. Again, we had the warm front working earlier on today. Here comes the cold front, however. That's kicking up the winds, bringing in the cooler air, as well as plenty of cloud cover. So look for a slightly gloomy end of the day and look for that cloud cover to stick around throughout much of the day tomorrow. So increasing clouds tonight. Temperatures getting a little chilly again, low 40s to upper 30s back in the forecast. Remaining windy at times with gusts up to 30 miles per hour overnight. And we hold on to those kind of winds into tomorrow. Gusts continuing out of the northwest this time at 30 miles per hour. We do cool off by almost 15 degrees down to 50 for a high tomorrow. We got all the way up to 66 today in Rockford, so that is quite the change coming over the next 24 hours. Remaining cloudy yet dry throughout the day. And we're right back up again later this week. Here is future track, and that shows high pressure working in, so we are going to stay dry. That high pressure keeps the cooler air going into Wednesday, so any kind of rain shower activity moving away from us. We hold on to the cloudy and cool weather tomorrow thanks to northwesterly winds. Then as that high pressure works by us, we start to get southerly winds. So starting Thursday, we'll see more sunshine as well as milder air working back in, and that results in that big boost in temperatures that we're expecting later on this week. And that's partly why we're seeing a roller coaster out here when it comes to the temperatures. Dry weather is definitely going to help out the flooding situation. Still looking at some small stretches of the Rock River and most of the Pecatonica River still at a flood warning through at least next week, but we're starting to see improvements here thanks to all the recent dry weather. The Pecatonica River near Freeport right at moderate stage now, so later on tonight we'll drop down to minor flooding and then could be done with flooding by about Friday afternoon. Similar trajectory for the Rock River near McChesney Park, hovering currently right at moderate flood stage. We'll be at minor flood levels throughout the weekend. And then early next week, possibly Tuesday into Wednesday, we could be down to below the flood stage. So the flooding may be over by midweek next week after a pretty long stretch of river flooding thanks to all that excessive rainfall at the beginning of the month. We're looking at dry conditions through the end of the work week, and note the temperatures 50 back up to 60 by Friday, then into the 60s into the weekend. Do have a good chance for scattered showers early Saturday, and then thunderstorms on Monday as temperatures look to trend back down again, expecting those 50s to return to the forecast early next week. James and Kristen.
Alex, thanks.
The Green Bay